Welcome to my LinkedIn Live series. We have a saying in Chinese. My name is XIAO-YU. So for the people who's first time watching this, you can call me XIAO-YU. I'm a leadership and intercultural transition coach and business consultant. And you can find more details about my work on my LinkedIn profile or on my website. So please feel free, just like how Alessandro just did, to say hi in the chat window. Let me know where you're watching from. And also anytime during my sharing, I would love to hear from you through the chat window, how you resonate. What do you think? Do you agree? You don't agree? Or if you have any questions, I would love to hear from you. So we have a saying in Chinese. This is a series I'm doing on LinkedIn Live. Every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time, I come up live here to share a Chinese saying. So my goal here is to share the Chinese language, the culture, the wisdom behind, but also together with some of my reflections or thought around that Chinese saying, because many times, these sayings are from hundreds, thousands years ago, but somehow still they apply to nowadays, to our work, to our life. So I thought it could be interesting to share with you. And the last but the most important thing before I go in the topic is if you would love to come in here to share your favorite Chinese saying and how it inspired you, I would love to invite you as my guest speaker. Come and join us and share your story with our audience. So let me see. I have also Nicholas from Germany. And yeah, welcome. Good to see you, Alessandro. Good to see you to come here. So today, the saying I want to share with you is here. 疑人不用，用人不疑. Literal translation is when you are in doubt about someone, when you don't trust someone, if you don't trust them, do not use them, do not hire them. And if you use someone, then trust them, do not continue be suspicious about them. So here the character, the yi, as you see, yi is doubt or find someone or something suspicious. 人 is people. 不 is no or do not. 用 usually we translate as use, but here the 用 is more understand as to hire someone or to have someone work for you, to have someone join your team. And the second part of the sentence actually it's the same character, but when we put it in the different order, it becomes another meaning. So 用人不疑 is if you use someone, if you hire someone, then stop doubt about them, just trust them, fully trust them. So we always, in Chinese, we always use that phrase to talk about the trust is very important inside a team or inside an organization. And today, I especially want to talk about why we say trust is the foundation of effective communication or being productive at workplace, especially in a multicultural environment, multicultural team. The reason actually I want to share this topic today is very often when I work with team leaders or the executives in the organization corporate, when they're working in a multicultural team or when they're working with their team with people based in different locations, they often share this common challenge. It sounds like, so people say like, I don't think my people are telling me all the truth, or I don't think my people in my team, they are giving me the 100% answer to my questions. They're hiding something. They're not fully open to tell me everything. And when I ask them, what's the problem here? Oh, let's have a talk. Let's have an open conversation. They simply say, no, everything's okay. Or they stay silent, but nothing changed. So in the end, as the team leader, I cannot get the information I need, or I cannot see the performance, the result that I expect from my team. So for sure, there are many different reasons here, but one of the reasons is the trust issue here. Because the trust is a deeper level connection. It's something intangible. It's like a feeling, right? I trust you. So we can work like one whole team. And it is an interpersonal relationship factor, even in a team setting. So some people maybe say, I come to work, I come here to do my job, I get paid, it's just a job. I don't need to have this deep level connection with people at work because I have that connection with my family, with my friends, that's enough. How true is that? And that's also bring out the topic today, why trust is so important. Because if you imagine, if you really think there's actually no work could be completely done by one individual, like everything you self-produce, self-consume, and everything you need in your work, you provide everything all by yourself. It's actually impossible because human being will work in the society, in the group, right? And you work for people or you work with people. And no matter what kind of work, at what size, from one person shop, one person business, freelancer, small business, to international organizations, is everything, the work, the business is done by people, plural. It's not just a group of separated individuals. It's a circle of the people who has a certain relationship, which is the work relationship, or we call that a team. And the team could be long-term, right, concept, like in a company, a team. But it could be also short-term concept, for example, for one project, or even just for a specific moment when people share a common goal. So when it comes to a team, especially in a multicultural team, or when people are based in different locations, as I mentioned, which means they're based in different environment, have different norms, different culture. And so every individual in the team, they have their own identity, their own personal goals about life, about career. They have their ups and downs. They have their own beliefs, values, and behaviors. But when we have all these different people in one team, they share one common identity, which is the team member, and they share one common goal, which is the team goal. So I make a simple example. It's like, if you've been to Beijing, maybe easy to understand, like I say, like during the rush hour in the subway in Beijing, imagine when you have many people try to pass through a very busy street, very packed street. So everyone here, they got their own reasons. They want to be somewhere, they want to meet someone, right? Everyone's different. But in this moment, to pass through as soon as possible is their common goal. So in this specific moment, they became a team. And the best way and the fastest way is that everyone move at the same pace. Imagine if someone worried they will be left behind or they will be stepped over. So they try to step over other people. They try to push around. They try to squeeze in here or there. What's the end? In the end, actually slows down everyone. No one can move faster, right? And also slows down that person, him or herself. So that's the concept about the team and why the relationship between the team, even people don't know each other, even everyone got their own things going on, still important to share this common goal, the common identity. And the trust here is a foundation that embraces every individual while pursuing the team common goal as a whole. And also one thing, the trust here is different from the win-win mindset. It's even above the win-win mindset because when we talk about win-win, still sometimes it's about I get what I want and you get what you want. We're both happy, but then that's it. But the trust here is we, with the trust, people thinking for each other. And people are heading over the same direction at the same pace. And no need to mention, we all know trust contributes to psychological safety at the workplace. It empowers the team member, the people, to take on bigger challenges, which brings peak performance, right? People keep trying to be better to thrive. And also it encourages people to share their ideas without worry about being judged or being excluded because there's a trust. They know their people are here to help each other, which creates the collective wisdom. And all these, they lead to the effectiveness and the productivity for the whole team. And the other thing here is, so many times when we feel like people don't trust us, or when we feel people are not being honest with us, my first question, especially in my coaching session, actually, my first question is always, how honest are you with the people? And how much do you trust them? Because many times trusting people and being trusted are equally important here. It's like the energy. And talking so much how important trust is, but we also know, like I said, it's a feeling, it's a deep connection in between people. we all know it takes time and effort to build the trust. It's not something over one night. It's not like a one time of incentive activity, or simply you pay people more and there's trust. It doesn't work in this way. So what can we do? Right. Let me see, before I go into the next topic, what can we do? I see we have Yao from Munich. Hello, Yao. Good to see you again. And also Richard, hello from London. Great to see you. Yeah. And yes, we are going to have playback. So to move to action, what can a leader do? In a team leader or executive in an organization, what can you do to initiate trust, to build the trust in your team? I would say be an open leader. What does it mean? The first, be open to look into yourself first, to raise your self-awareness. What's your judgment here, right? Are you fully open in the conversation from your first place? And what are your bias? Or what could be your blind spot? And the second is be open to ask questions, and also be open to say, I don't know. I don't know the answer, without the ego here. Not with the mindset, say, I'm the leader here, I'm the boss here. I cannot say I don't know because I will lose my power or my authority, right? So by doing so, by be open to ask questions, admit I don't have the answer, you are walking the talk to show your team member, to show your people that it is okay to not knowing everything. It is okay to not having the answer because you have a team, right? So when they know about this, it's safe. And the next time, if they are facing a challenge, if someone don't know how to do something, they'll feel comfortable to come to the team and ask for support or help. And during the process, when everyone in the team work together through the hardship, to work through to resolve a challenge or an issue, the trust can be built through that process. Or like we say, you build the bond between people. And the next thing about be an open leader is be open to know the other side of story with curiosity and without assumption and interpretation. Imagine when you look at every answer or when you see every response from someone with a doubt in the back of your head with your inner voice, you are building an invisible barrier. And like I said, this is a feeling, the energy, people can feel it when you don't trust them, when you don't fully trust them. They know you are holding back as well. And still, when I say be open to know about the other side of the story, I'm not saying you must fully agree with them or you must accept everything they say. You can still ask more questions to try to get more details, to really go to the root of the topic. Even you can brainstorm on the topic. And by doing so, you are not going to stop at the beginning by refusing to continue explore any further, simply because you made a judgment in the beginning. You say, oh, that story is fake, or that's a false information. The next one, be open to be vulnerable, to share your concern, even your insecurity about the lack of the trust in your team. Because many times we say the iceberg theory, like as much as you don't know 100% about what's going on in their mind, they neither. So start an open conversation with the goal to understand your team member as a person, and then share your feeling, how you feel about the lack of the trust in the team. And then talk about your concern about the issue or the topic. But through all this open conversation, the topic should be around the topic or the feelings, the people, right? You talk about the topic, you try to solve it. But it's not about to bring your team member to question them, to see them as the problem of the communication and try to resolve the people to reach your goal. Because we say, you don't see people as the problem. It's people, or this group of people has some problems. And the last one, and also I think the most powerful one, is to be open to delegate. Delegation is powerful. It is empowering. It is a great way to demonstrate your trust, because it's not only free yourself up to do other important work, but it also helps your team member to grow by doing and learning. And during the delegation, it is very important thing is that you trust your people that they are capable to complete the mission. you clarify your expectation, what you want the result. And also you make it clear that you are available for support when they need it. But you don't need to, and you don't have to keep your eyes on them all the time through the delegation when they go ahead to do the work. By doing so, you are empowering them to be the future leaders, just like you. And they will understand through the process. This is how the legacy is built, by passing down the trust to delegate and empower people in your team. So that's also come to the end of my sharing. And I also say Willy from Singapore. Good to see you, Willy. Yeah, so please, if you have any thought, any ideas, anytime share in the chat window, or also you can leave comments after we are going to have the playback. So that also brings us to the end of my sharing today. I hope you enjoyed it. It is really interesting conversation. Actually, I more focus on today at the workplace. Even in personal social life, it's the same. Many times when you relocate to a new place, a new country, right? It is hard to kind of break the ice, start a conversation. Sometimes both sides of the people, when we have an engagement or conversation, people are holding something, the uncertainty, the doubt, the not sure. So I would say communication and be open. That's the way to go. Thank you. Thank you for being here with my Chinese saying series on LinkedIn. As I said, every Thursday, 5 p.m. Central Europe time, I will come up live here to share with you a Chinese saying with the culture wisdom behind, but also some of my reflection and thought resonate with that saying. And make sure to sign up the events if you couldn't make it for the live events. We're going to have the playback available afterwards. So, and the last thing, don't be shy to say hi if you would love to come in as a guest speaker and share with us your favorite Chinese saying and how it inspired you. Great. Thank you, everyone.